Today I want to show you how to do a rainbow landscape, because I thought it would be really cool to put the rainbow inside like a landscape with lots of different things. Bit like a Smarties colourful landscape. So all you need is paper and a pencil, and we're going to do the paper landscape, so it's up this way. And then what you want to do is you want to just start about there, and you're going to go massive rainbow. So this is the shape of your rainbow. Most of the paper is going to take up the space. And then what you want to do is think how many colours you want on your rainbow. Everyone's different, and it doesn't have to be the exact colours of the rainbow. I'm going to do the song because it helps me. So red and yellow and pink and green. Let's do another one. Purple. Oh my gosh, there's quite a lot. Do you know what? I'm going to stop about there. Okay, it's a big rainbow. Then what we want to do is work out where our kind of hills are going to go. So I'm just going to go, I'm touching the end of the rainbows. Whatever your end of your rainbow is, just go like that, just so you know it's a hill. So that's like a wobbly line for me, isn't it? Then we're going to touch this bit here, and you're going to go down, and then touch this bit there. Just going to do that because you want to do lots of different valleys almost. So here we're going to touch about there and go like that. Then this bit, just one last bit, you're going to go probably to the end there. There we are. So you've got a couple of mountains, and the rest, it doesn't matter if it doesn't look like mine, as long as you've got some valleys and mountains. Now what we want to do is the clouds, because it's like a cartoony kind of landscape. So you want to go, do not worry about drawing over the rainbows. So we're just thinking, just pretend the rainbows aren't there. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm literally creating a whole background of clouds. It's quite nice to do them bigger around the edges, just so it brings the picture together. And what I want to do is whatever's inside that rainbow, you can either rub out the rainbow and have the clouds, or have the rainbow and not the clouds. I'm going to do the rainbow in front of the clouds. So I'm rubbing all of my rainbow lines out. I just feel like it feels better. You can choose. You can, oh man, got it everywhere. Oh no. You can choose what you want to rub out. So it would be this as well. So it's like the rainbow is behind the clouds, and it's going to be behind the clouds here as well. I wish I didn't do so many lines now. There's a lot to rub out. So this is a picture that's going to be fun and positive to look at. So it's going to make you smile when you finish it. Hopefully. Oh. A lot of rubbing out, guys, but we'll get there. Okay. Right. Okay, so there's my rainbow, all my clouds, the valley. Now what I thought we could do, we don't really have to do trees, it's up to you, but I want to do a pathway. So there's like a little path there, it's like a little line. Then because the valley overlaps, we could do like a path there, and it gets a bit bigger. Then here we've got like another path, so it kind of comes out like that. So you've got all these pathways that's overlapping on the hills. So this is now a path. And then what would be nice is we're going to draw quite a bit of circles. I would say 6. Depends what your picture looks like. I was going to do a tree, and you can add whatever you like in this, but I don't think I'm going to do a tree for this one. For some reason it feels quite cool to just do. Now daisies. Daisies are my favourite flower. So what you could do is 1, 2, 3. Then just think bunny ears. Because it's like the daisy is kind of like weltering in the wind, but in a good way. So say for example we do it again, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's probably more more of a nice one, because it doesn't look like it's dying, because that one looks a little bit wilted. Or we could just do this. But it's lovely when you're drawing big flowers to sort of have different ones here and there. And they're big because they're at the front. So in the distance, it's a whole field of daisies. So all you're going to see is the background. So you're going to see dots. So all these are daisies in the background. And can you see, I kind of rushed that one, and that's not something I'm that happy about, actually. But it's a daisy, it's fine. And then we could do some cool leaves. Daisy leaves are a bit different than these, but I'm going to keep it simple, just so it doesn't overwhelm you. No. You could literally do any flower you like. Doesn't have to be like these. Could be any one. Then we're going to do a little petal, leaf. Now they're a little bit lopsided, like they're a bit bendy because I'm drawing them from the side, but yours are going to be more straight. Now what I'm going to do is, in the distance, I'm going to do some trees. It's a wobbly line to make it look like there's some trees on the hillside, like bushes and trees, and it always looks kind of cool doing that. You could incorporate your house in the distance. You could do your house there with your family. You can do whatever you like. You can do a line there. So guys, that's roughly what I want. I mean, I quite like the idea, because it's more of a cartoony picture. You can add more things as you go along. What I'm going to do is I'm going to colour my rainbow in. I think I'm going to use paint. Might use oil pastel. So just for the rainbow, I am doing oil pastel. So I'm doing a red first. My colours of my rainbow never come out how I need. So I'm going to try and remember. I might just do it so it looks nice and not worry about the red and yellow, pink and green. I'm going to do an orange because it's quite close to a red. So if you're using oil pastel, you're going to outline this in a minute. Yellow? Where's my yellow gone? Whoa. There's a lot of colours actually that we could do. Now what's next? Pink. I mean, I don't even know if this rainbow exists, but then it's okay, because you do whatever colour you want. Quite like purple actually, but I missed it out. So I should have put that in really, but I don't really want to put too many colours because we're running out of space. So you could do any colours, you could paint this, put chalk, whatever you like. Now I'm just going to smudge it so you don't have any white bits. Okay. Whoa. Okay, now if yours is looking a bit bobbly, like my green is a bit bobbly, it's got a bit of white on it, which I don't want, so what you could do is outline it with a pencil. Pencils always look quite cool when you outline them, but I think I might outline it at the end. Right, now I am going to get blue and white paint. So I've got blue, you can pause the video and go get it if you want. So blue and white, any colours you like, but I'm going to do, oh no, I just went over my cloud. I'm going to colour my background blue and white, so it's the sky. So you could do it in anything, it doesn't have to be paint. I'm going to do it like quite rough, just because it's quicker for you. And if it goes on the pastel, just wipe it off. If it's chalk, you can't do that. But if it's oil pastel, you can wipe it off really easily. So what you're trying to do with this picture is make it look fun and happy. So pick some colours that are nice, that you think are nice. You could always do a sunset behind it, couldn't you? It's okay. Look kind of cool actually. So underneath the rainbow, it's still the sky. So do that light blue. Looks kind of cool actually, because it mixes in with the blue of my rainbow. Totally accidental. Okay, so now green. I'm going to get some green paint. Any green paint you like. I'm going to do some hills are going to be green. And I am literally still painting over all my lines because I can still see them. I'm going to do a bit of green there, I think. So I'm doing this really quickly so you can do it, but make sure you take your time. I'm taking a different yellowy green now. So all I've done is I haven't rinsed my brush and I've dipped it in the yellow. And it creates like a really cool light green. Then, if you're painting, you can go over all the flowers. It's okay because you can probably still see them if you do a water wash. So if you've got loads of water, go over your petals. If you've got the time, don't go over your flowers, go around them. But I don't have the time because I want to show you quite a lot. So I'm going over my flowers and I'm going to let that dry and I'm going to colour them in a minute. Because daisies are white, so it will look kind of cool when I get the white paint. Okay, right, so there's most of my picture coloured in. And if you think about the clouds, what I want to do is get a grey oil pastel. And I'm going to go round the clouds. If you haven't got oil pastel, use chalk. If you haven't got chalk, you could easily do it with paint. This one's gone a bit messy, isn't it? It's quite a big picture to do actually, now that I've realised. Now that I'm halfway through. It's like you're outlining all the clouds. Right, now you're outlining them because you've got to then get your finger, it's quite messy my hand, and you're just going to smudge the edges because you're making them look like they're fluffy. If you don't feel comfortable doing grey, you could actually do purples and different colours for your clouds. That would look really cool actually. So if you don't want to do grey, you could do different colours. You could have like pink clouds. So try it. This is really rough. I don't want to take too long on it because I know that you can do how you want, you know. I don't want to take up all the time to just show you this bit when you can add your own thing. So now I'm going to get dark green. Now the dark green, you can get a black, but the dark green, I'm going to put my trees in. So against the backdrop, kind of looks quite cool. Can you see? It stands out when it's dark against light. I like the idea of the path being white or light colour because it leads you into the picture. So what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to get like a yellow and white paint. I'm going to just do this really yellowy white. And if it's a cartoon, you can keep it like that. If you want it to look more real, you can do some shading. I'm just going to put your path in. The brush isn't that brilliant what I'm using. My brush isn't that great. Now, what you want to do really, we can go over the birds, you can go over everything, so don't panic if you're thinking, oh, it doesn't look what I want. Now, I'm going to do the middle of the flowers. For me, I'm going to do them like yellowy, I guess they're like a yellowy, they can be kind of a pinky yellowy. You see how easy it is to paint over the paint, it's fine. So don't panic if you're thinking, ah, it's messy. Kind of want to put more yellow in there. A little bit more yellow. Because if you think about a daisy, it's more yellow, isn't it, in the middle? Right, guys, we're going to do white. And I've just ruined my white. Okay, let's see if I can do white. So you're going to get white paint or white pastel's fine. To be honest with you, white chalk would work just as well, probably better. But I'm going to do paint just because I've got it in my pot. So I'm going to colour each petal white. Can you see how it stands out? It looks really positive now. And you can put this in your window to support the NHS. Oh, it's getting messy, some of mine, isn't it? I'm going to do them super fast, just so you can see what it looks like. It's not the best flower I've ever done, is it, that one? Oof. That's what happens when you rush it, doesn't it? Doesn't look as good as it could, emmy-lou. Emmy-lou. Okay. So just be aware, you do not need to do, you could pick your favourite flower, you do not need to do the daisies. You could think, oh, I love poppies, or I love sunflowers. You could have that. Now, because other things aren't showing up, I'll put it in my face, we're going to do like a dark green. So I'm going to get a dark green paint. You could draw this on, you don't need to paint it, but I'm going to, it's kind of blue, my one, but it's okay. I just want to show you the dark, because when you do dark but you've got a backdrop, it looks kind of cool. So you could go on forever. You could just make the flowers look more detailed. You can do whatever you like. I want to show you that in the background, just do, if you just do blobs of white, it shows that there's lots of, in the distance, there's loads of daisies. And it reminds me of Teletubbies. You can do this with anything. It doesn't have to be a rainbow picture. You could do this with a big field of whatever you like. Now, I think I'm going to show you just a little bit and then we're done. I want to show you, like, if you want to blend it around the edges, get like a little bit of a lighter green perhaps. If you can do this, it'll be great. If you can't, don't worry. But you want to almost like blend the edges, so you're just kind of mixing the edges of the pathway, if you know what I mean. So it kind of looks more like it's not as straight. It's not, it doesn't stand out as much. So that is literally my picture. I'm not happy with my green of my rainbow. I'm just getting paint and I'm going to go over the top because I'm not ready with, I'm not happy with it. It's funny when you look at something and you're like, nah. There we are. Ta-da! So if I wanted to, I could make my rainbow stand out by probably getting, I'd get the black, but you probably don't need a darker colour as that. You can maybe do it with, you could probably do it with a red or something, but sometimes if you add black, big chunky black line to the rainbow, it might look a bit strange, but what do you think? Yeah, it could be a lot neater, but I just did it super fast. Just, oh man, to show you. Try not to do it over anything wet, like I've just done. Woo! And then you want to smooth the line. So yeah, have a go at your own rainbow. I kind of feel like this is very dark. Not too sure about that blue. I'd probably change the blue up, you know? I'd change the blue just because the sky is very similar. So I'd probably change it so it's a bit darker and then it kind of goes with it. And then you can just add whatever you like. And I'm going to do black for the birds. So as I say, you could add whatever you like. Oh no, I put my pastel in the paint. You can add whatever you like, make it your own picture. If you like this video, share, subscribe and like, and I will see you tomorrow. Enjoy and have fun.